Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the Vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We're going to get started, but first, coffee, and strap yourself in. Ah, Ethiopian, nice. Just so magnificent, so magnificent. You ready for this? We're going to talk about some things that some of you don't want to hear today. Men can reform themselves 180 degrees. I am one of those guys that turned my life around. Women cannot because they never see the need to change. There's something about their nature, and I'm not talking evolution, I'm talking psychological nature, how they're wired, that prevents them from seeing the need to change even when they do something wrong and they're caught red-handed with it. Hence, fat, ugly, bad behavior women can still get positive reinforcement from weak men. So why change? Pretty women? Forget it. Pretty women have pretty girl privilege. There's always men that will validate them no matter where they go in the world. Then they just merely move on to the next fool. So why change? Men, stop validating women. Stop it. Take them off the pedestal. They are your partner. They are the weaker, fairer sex. But take them off the pedestal. You don't take the weaker sex and elevate them. That's why we have the problems that we have today. If you are in the exploration phase of a relationship, courting, or you are engaged, the other person, including yourself, you need to act like you're married, but look for behaviors that will spill over into marriage. This communicates to the other person how life would be if they were married to you. A ring on the hand does not have magical powers to change a person's behavior. So if you are in the exploration phase of a relationship, courtship, or engaged to be married, you are looking for behaviors that say, I'm married and I love being with you. Does their behavior say, I only behave when I'm in front of you. I'm only on my best behavior around you. But when you're not with me, I can do whatever I want. Think about that. Remember the movie Heat? One of my favorite lines, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Kind of like the stable stoic. I was a faithful listener to Bill Bennett's Morning in America for many years. It was like having a talk with your father at the kitchen table early in the morning before the rest of the house wakes up. Add some relationship dynamics to that, a little bit of conspiracy theory, and you have the Daybreak Show. And I'm glad you are with me this morning. We're going to be talking about cheating and apologizing today. We're going to stick fairly close to this topic. Take notes if you have to. Listen to it a few times. If somebody fucked up, they better apologize. Feel like shit and tell you how it will never happen again. If they can't or won't, you need to move on because you deserve better. You're going to let a stranger sitting at his kitchen table 4 miles outside of Philadelphia tell you that you need to move on. I give you permission to move on. If you keep these people around, your life will get worse. Don't doubt me on that. Do you have someone who's disrespecting you in your life right now? Stop it. Stop it. Literally half my mentoring that I do is helping men leave her. They need to have permission. Like I said, you have my permission. Women will accuse you of overcorrecting, and that's a form of gaslighting, which makes you the cause of the problem. You're not the cause of the problem. You are the stable stoic, aren't you? 85% of all affairs happen with a colleague, somebody at work. The number goes up to 95% if they travel with that colleague. Why? Because what happens on work trips stays on work trips, right? After work, at the bar, coffee shop. Hey, let's take a walk and get some fresh air. We've been in the office all day. How do I know? I was that fucking colleague that your woman took business trips with. I am all about ending relationships if you keep getting shit tested or gaslit. I am the breakup therapist. I'll show you how to do it relatively painlessly. Spare yourself. Do you remember what I said the other day? Is this suffering? I asked you to consider this question. Is this suffering voluntary or necessary? And when it comes to relationships, 100% of the suffering you're going through, 100% is voluntary. You're putting yourself through bullshit that you don't have to. When a person says, I'm sorry, most of the time it just means they're sorry that they got caught. Sorrow without remorse is only an act. Now hear me out on this. Remorse means you are feeling bad about what you did. If they are sorry but don't feel bad about what they did, then it's just words. So this is how it should go. How do I know? I've been there. I'm a reformed man. I'm sorry. I'm remorseful. I feel bad about what I did. I know what I did is wrong. I'm aware that I hurt you. It will not happen again. And my new behavior begins immediately. That's how you apologize. And without the appropriate follow-through, you need to leave that person if you don't see the new behavior. And if you are the one doing the apologizing, you sure as hell better straighten your shit out. You got shit tested already today, or you will get shit tested today. Did you pass or fail the test? They don't get graded A, B, C, D. They don't. They're pass or fail tests. Did you pass the shit test today or fail it? Because you are being shit tested at all times. One after another, whether you know it or not. Why don't I want my woman? If I ever end up with a woman, all right, now I am a single available man, open to meeting a woman. But if I meet a woman, why don't I want my woman spending time with a male colleague? Because at one time I was a male colleague. That's why. And I'm not projecting my behavior on anyone. Figuratively, I'm the thief who did time, reformed his ways, and now teach homeowners what are the most vulnerable access points that a thief would use to break into your home. Now switch that scenario over to relationship dynamics. I was the thief that would break into your home and take your girlfriend and your wife. I can't unsee stuff now. When I see a vulnerable relationship, I can't unsee it. I can't turn my head. So I might as well teach this, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I was not a fan of women spending social time with male colleagues at work, especially while on business trips. Why? Because there's way too much temptation. Men always want to fuck women that they work with. Always. Ladies, you work with a man, he wants to fuck you. Men, you work in a cubicle next to a woman, you're on a business trip, I know you want to bone her. If there was a way that you could get away with it and no one would ever know, you would do it. because you're a man. Statistics tell us that 85% of all affairs start at work with a coworker, with a colleague. Coworker, client, boss, etc. When the person travels, that 85% jumps to 95%. This is one of the reasons why I'm not dating hairdressers or women I work with. Done. They have too many male colleagues or clients. And I don't want to tell a woman. What man wants to tell a woman how to live her life? You'll be viewed as controlling. But there are women who insist that the men that they work with or they serve are just colleagues. Bullshit. I made this rule years ago. There's zero accountability or honesty happening on her part or his part. There are some affairs or encounters that get found out, but very few. Even at my young age of 60, my sex drive would overshadow my morals if I was away, and I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I wouldn't get caught. The problem is, most are not honest. In my more pickup artist kind of days, playboy kind of days, which weren't that long ago, I always said that hotel bars, and you remember me saying this, were absolute prime pickup spots. Why? Because they're better than clubs, dating apps, or cold approaching, or anything. Business people traveling want to have fun amidst the disruptive schedule of their business travel. Business travel is kind of a pain in the ass, so you're always looking for just a little something. Think about the 100% chance of not getting caught. Think about that. People in hotel bars are the easiest to pick up. Easiest. Unless your partner is on video or has a GPS tracker, which is completely foolish if you feel that you need to do that with your woman. You are the one that is taking the risk. Statistically, women cheat and fuck around as much as men. There's zero difference. The numbers show there's no difference. Religion is never a factor, but she's Christian. Shut the fuck up. Shut up with that, please. I've known pastors that were boning their secretaries. Godly men. Godly men. Enough already with that bullshit. Religion is not a factor. Faith is not a factor. Stop it. Stop it. So give up that bullshit. Fidelity does not decrease because a person is a Christian. The numbers tell the story. So what is the answer? For the sexual playboy or the playgirl, business travel is a win. For the partner who is not traveling, you are voluntarily participating in cuckoldry. Because there's shit that you will never know. You will never know. And if you ask or are paranoid about it, then you're controlling. You're jealous. Never ever commit to anyone who travels for a living. Listen to me. Never commit to anyone who travels for a living. Those cases are very rare. But I will not recommend it. The cases are rare where someone's been doing it and things are okay. But are they really okay? Honestly, are they really okay? Yeah, but I talk to them every night on the phone before they go to bed. We're going to get to that. Never commit to someone who travels for business. A play partner, someone who's like your little playmate to have fun with, sure. A boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, a big hell no. Oh, George, just stop. Stop it. You're being so insecure and jealous. Dude, let me tell you something. Your girl woke up in my hotel room, took your call while she was in bed with me, and is now making my coffee. Never commit to someone who travels for business. That, my friend, is the ugly truth about cheating.